All right, we're on Menachot, Perek Yud Bet, Mishnah Dalet, fourth Mishnah, the 12th chapter of Masechet Menachot. Says a Mishnah, Midnadev Adam Mincha Shel Shishim Isaron, Mevi B'Kli Achad. A person can make an adava, make an offering of mincha of 60 isaron, 60 tenths of an ephah, which is a huge quantity. And you can bring it all in one kli, in one vessel. You can have one huge vat, okay, and you can bring it all in one kli, up to 60 isaron. But if a person says, okay, I'm gonna have 61, then maybe shishim b'kli achad, ve'echad b'kli achad. Then you have to divide it up. You can do up to 60, and one in another kli. Why? Where do you get this calculation from? Says the Tana Kama. Shekain tzibur mevi b'yom tov harishon shel chag shechal liot b'shabbat shishim ve'echad. Because if you count up all the menachot of all the korbanot, if you take and you that happens to be on Shabbat, and you count up all the Korban Minchas together, you get to 61. So if the Korban if you have 61 Esronim in the Beit HaMikdash on one particular day, Dayo liyachid shehei pachot min hatzibur echad. Dayo means it's enough. It's enough that the individual has to have one less from the communal, one Isaron. So if the Beit HaMikdash could do 61, then you could do 60. How do you get 61? So the Bartanura explains, based on, I think the Gemara, it says, okay, 3 Esronim for a par for 13 parim, that's 39. Isaron the Keves for a bar sakvasim, that's another 14. 39 plus 14 is 50, 53. Shnei Esronim la'ayel shnei elim as arba Esronim, 2 Esronim for an ayel for 2 elim, now we're up to 57. Shnei Tmidim Shnayim, 59. Shnei Kivsei Musaf Shabbat Shnayim, that's 61. Okay, so therefore you could get to 61 public esronim for all the korban minchas offered on Sukkot, the first day of Sukkot that happens on Shabbat. That's the maximum. So the biggest korban mincha you can make is 61. Rabbi Shimon said, Rabbi Shimon, that it's nice, but halo elu leparim ve'elu lekvasim. Remember, we learned way back when that the parim and the kvasim, they have different viscosity, different mixtures. One is thick and one is thin, right? Ve'ein nivlalim ze'im zeh. Nivla means to mix. They can't be mixed one with the other because the thinner mixture will soak up, the oil from the thinner mixture will soak up into the thicker mixture, and it's not going to be the proper mixture. Okay, so we learned that about a korban yachid. So how can you? So therefore, what's the relevance of all these korbanot that come together at on Sukkot, that's Shabbat? It's not relevant. So he says the reason is because the Chachamim made an evaluation, an estimation that until 60 solet, okay, yecholim lihibalel, it can be libalel means to mix in properly, belila. It can be I don't know if there's an English word, but it can be properly mixed in together, finely mixed. But more than 60, they can't be finely mixed. Now the Bartanura says something fascinating. He says shishim yechol lihitbalel. Okay, he says once shishim yechol lihitbalel belog echad. Even one log of oil can take care of 60 esronim. The Kahati doesn't say that. The Kahati says 60 can mix together, but more than 60, you can't mix them together in one vessel. It's too much. It's too big. Okay, and even if they actually imposed a rule. They said it's an interesting rule. Okay, even if it's not mixed well. Okay, kevan shiruya lihibalel, since it's able to be mixed. Ein v'lila me'akevet. The mixture itself doesn't matter as long as it can be mixed. Meaning, if it's not mixed finely in this huge vat of 60 esronim, that's not important. Because we said, kaimalan, I just want to share you, this is an important phrase. Kol hara'i lebila, ein bi'ila me'akevet. But if it's ra'ui lebila, if it's worthy of being mixed, then you don't have to actually mix it perfectly. But if it's eino ra'ui lebila, then bila me'akevet bo. But if it's not mixable, then the bila is me'akevet, will hold it back. So that's why Rabbi Shimon says, okay, 60 can mix together. So even if it's not mixed together perfectly, that's fine. 61, that's too much. Shishim ve'echad ein nivlalim. I'm sorry. Ve'ein nivlalim ela ad shishim yecholim nivlalim. Amrulo. So they said to him, shishim nivlalim, 60 can mix together. Shishim ve'echad ein nivlalim. What's the line? 60 and 61. This is a really important Mishnah because it raises this. Like, where did you get the number? 60, 61. And the idea of batel b'shishim, taste of 60. How do they make that evaluation? Amar lahem. So he said to them, kol midot chachamim. All measurements, all these values are measurements that are established by the chachamim. And this is a really important rule. Okay, that that all systems of government, all systems of measurement, and all systems of halacha go by 18 minutes after shkia, after candlelighting. It's shkia. That's when Shabbat starts. 1 minute more, 1 minute less. Does it really matter? The answer is yes. Chachamim establish a measurement, and we follow that measurement. You want a mikvah? The minimum measurement of a mikvah is 40 sa'ah. It's a measurement of water. A 40 sa'ah minus a tiny amount, you can't go to the mikvah. It doesn't matter. Sorry. And therefore, all these midot Chachamim said, 60 esronim is the largest quantity for a Korban Minchah. Anything more? Can't do it. Says the Mishnah, finally, another case. A person wants to be mitnadev yayin. You want to be mitnadev yayin or shemen, nisachim. I think it's yayin, wine, or oil. Okay? No, Dr. Dikati says wine. Person wants to be mitnadev wine. So what are the measurements? So, ein mitnadevim log, you can't give 1 log, or shnayim, or 2 logs, v'chamisha, or 5. Why? Because those measurements don't appear in the Torah as part of Nesachim. Ava mitnadvim shlosha ve'arba'a. You can do 3 or 4, vishisha or 6. Okay, because 3 or 4, right? 3 or 4, okay, 3 is a keves, 4 is an ayil. That's how much you pour for the Nesachim for the ayil. 6 is half of a hin for a par, and then you can go up from there. Mishisha l'malak. A 7 is 3 plus 4, and 8 is 4 and 4. So, but you can't offer a measurement for a Nesachim of wine, for a wine libation that doesn't already appear in the Torah. We'll stop here, dedicated learning. Remember, my father, Rav Simcha ben Yitzchak Kalman. Have a good day.